So hello everyone and welcome back to the mini interview series we are doing with the data platform Women in Tech group with the amazing women speakers who are going to be speaking at the SQLBits conference. This conference is happening between the dates of March 14th to 18th at Wales. If you're looking for a good data conference to attend, this may be a good choice for you. There are options available to attend both virtually as well as in person. Our speaker for today is someone I personally have a lot of respect for, an ally, a brilliant techie and long-term speaker, Erin Stellato.
Hi.
Hello. Oh gosh, the slide is messed up.
That's okay. That's okay. That's okay.
We can live with it.
Erin has a bunch of sessions at the conference, and I'm looking like, okay, most people have maximum of 2. So I got up to 3, and I think you have another one too. So these are a few sessions, and wherever you are, whichever part of the world you are, you may want to check out the right timing for her sessions if you want to. Our sponsor for today is Joe Fleming from SQL Taylor Consulting. Our usual thing for this is to donate $20 to Girls Who Code for every guest we talk to, but today happens to be a special one. So we decided to send that donation to the Leukemia Research Foundation in honor of Team Hugo, for Hugo Cornelis, who is going to be one of Erin's co-presenters at the conference. So thank you, Joe Fleming, for doing this. Right.
Yes, thank you so much.
Absolutely. Hi, Erin. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah. Well, no problem. Thanks for having me. Thanks for making time. I know schedules are crazy.
Tell us a little bit about yourself that maybe other people don't know.
Sure. Because I never assume that anybody knows who I am or what I've done or anything like that. So I am a program manager at Microsoft. I've been at Microsoft for about a year. And before that, I was a consultant for SQL Skills, and I was a consultant for 9 years. And before that, I worked for another software company. So I've been working with SQL Server for 20-ish years. Sounds about right.
Long time.
Long time. Yeah. In a lot of different hats, but in some ways, like always focused really on SQL kind of core engine stuff, and tuning and troubleshooting really being 2 of my favorite things to do. So.
And what part of the US are you in?
I'm outside of Cleveland, so I'm East Coast.
Cleveland, yeah. Ohio. All
Cleveland,
right.
Ohio. Yeah. Not where I grew up, but that's okay. It's okay. It's all good.
I'm 5,000 miles away from where I grew up.
Yeah. You're away. I can drive to where I grew up. This is true. I can drive there in one day. So yeah.
So you have what, 3 or 4 sessions at
4 sessions, I think.
I have 4, and then Remerit also gave me a spot for meet the product group. So I'm doing a session to talk to folks about extended events and kind of what their challenges are, just kind of understanding struggles there. And then my other sessions, one is Query Store best practices, which I haven't actually presented in a long time, and it's one of my favorite sessions to present. It's really a higher level session. It's not an intro session, right? And it's not focused on anything specific within Query Store like plan forcing or automatic plan correction. It's really kind of, if you're going to use Query Store, here are the things that you need to understand that are happening internally, and here's what you need to make sure that you're doing. So that is the session I'm doing first. I think that's on Thursday. And then Friday's a busy day. But Friday I have my 2 sort of Microsoft sessions. So I have one on the portal, which I'm actually one of my colleagues, McKenna, is doing a lot of the work for developing that session, because the portal isn't actually my area within our team. So in Microsoft, I'm on the SQL Experiences team. And so in terms of experiences, that means portal, that means tools like Azure Data Studio, Management Studio, that means drivers, DAC effects, SMO, PowerShell, some things that folks don't always see, but are really, really important.
Like within filtering by schema name.
Yeah.
Filtering by schema name. Oh my God, I was so happy to see that.
So that'll be in the other session. So the one session is Portal, right? That
Okay.
experience. And then the other is Azure Data Studio. And I think hidden gems is a term, but I think I tried to make it funny, make it cute. And I was talking about surprises that are inside Azure Data Studio that most of us won't know about. So as you mentioned, we just have made available in an insider build. It's only an insider build, but you can now group your objects by schema rather than looking at all the tables together, right? All of the store procedures together. So it's very exciting.
I know, it is very exciting.
So those two are on Friday, and then Saturday is my session with Hugo, which Mala wore her shirt.
Team Hugo.
Right. And I wore mine as well. And Hugo will not be present physically, but he's so organized in everything that's going on for Hugo. He's already recorded the content for that session. So yeah, we'll do that on Saturday.
But
So how would that work
with
with you would be playing his video and then you would be talking?
Yep. So we had Hugo he mentioned it online that he wasn't probably going to be able to go. And I reached out and I was like, if you want to try and present together, whether we do that with you being remotely, whether you make it in person, whether we have to record, like I can make that work, you know? And so it turns out that he had to record it, and he already went and like mapped out like, okay, here's what we can do. And I'm like, and I'm usually not that organized and not that timely. So we have a plan, right? And so he's recorded his bits for it, and we'll just it'll be a little bit of a back and forth. And we'll just play the recording for his section.
That'll be great.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And then you're doing like a SQL leadership.
There's a panel, yeah, that I'm on. I don't know what. I think an open like Q&A type of thing, right?
Right.
That I'm participating in. So yeah, I have a lot going on.
You do.
Yeah.
This is the first conference in years that I have not spoken at. I'm just attending.
Yeah.
I'm so excited to just attend and not have all of the pressure to do all those things.
Right. Your schedule of like, where do I need to be when?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I can't think of the last time I did that. It's been a while.
I know.
But
I missed the call for speakers, and I was really bummed. And then everybody was talking about getting selected, and then I was super bummed. So I just decided I would go. So,
well, you don't really need much of an excuse to go, right? To go to the UK. But well, I'm glad I'll see you.
Yes. Yes, I know. I'm super excited.
Yeah.
What are you planning for the party?
Well, I had no idea until yesterday when I was chatting with Ree, and Ree gave me an idea. I'm not fantastic with parties, honestly. I much prefer like a dinner with a group of friends. And I'm not fantastic with costumes either. I have a friend that's really great, and I am not. So it'll be a very subtle, limited attire that I have not purchased yet. Whatever.
I have a thief costume that I'm going to be sneaking around in.
And the thing is my son has played Dungeons and Dragons, and I think my husband knows too. So I'm sure that I could ask them for inspiration, but I just haven't yet.
So if you don't play Dungeons and Dragons, what do you do for fun?
For me, is this a serious question?
Seriously, what do you do for fun?
What do I do for fun? I don't have a lot of free time because we have 2 kids and we have an exchange student this year. So between the 3 teenagers, like it's a little bit insane.
I know you make caramel.
I make caramels. Actually, I'm probably making caramels tonight because my son has a show tomorrow night and we have to bring some desserts. And I gave him like 4 things and he put the caramels, which is good for people who are gluten-free, right? I do enjoy baking. I don't like cooking. My husband cooks. I like baking, and that is therapeutic for me, for sure. So that's one thing I enjoy doing. I do enjoy my workouts. It's not really a love-hate thing, right? But it is definitely
yes, it is. It's a love-hate thing.
It is definitely, it is definitely time for me, like that I purposefully carve out for myself, right? For my well-being, both physical health and mental health. And I never regret going. So I would say that is something that I do for fun. My total stress release is like watching movies. So I love movies. The Oscars are coming
I
up.
love your movie trivia.
Yeah, I haven't done that in
Yeah.
forever, Mala. I'm way behind. But the Oscars are right before Bits, so it's the Sunday night right before. So I'll watch those and try and watch as many films as I can before, because I like to pretend that I have a vote. Yeah, and then
So you're saying that it will be helpful for me as a non-movie watcher to be on your team on the quiz night, because you'll be able to answer all of the Oscar winner questions that will come up.
If those will be there, then hopefully, yes, I would know the answers.
All right.
For that.
Good,
yes.
Good beta for me. I need to know that. If we get to pick our teams, I'm gonna go with you.
There we go. So yeah, and working outside. I don't know. I like to work outside. I don't like know what I'm doing really in terms of like, yard work and flowers or whatever, but it makes me happy. So
yeah, no, I like to go outside and do things as well.
Yeah.
It feels good to be outdoors, and
there's a lot of good, there's a lot of good research that says that's important.
Yes.
For mental health. So,
and especially being as far north as you are, and I mean, just the weather there.
Yeah. Well, with all that's going on, like the weather is not what it used to be. Today it is 62.
Oh, nice.
But tomorrow it'll be 30.
Oh, it's ridiculous. It's like that here too. And it's particularly ridiculous this year. All the trees are out. It's like it's February. It feels weird.
Yeah.
I want spring. I love the sun. I love the spring, but this just feels weird. This is February and it's not supposed to be so warm. I don't have a sweater on. It's like I've turned off the heat for the past 2 days. It's like really warm. It's like early summer.
Yeah. I'm not quite there, but there's a thing isn't the right word. A movement, an idea or whatever, which is 1,000 hours outside in a year, which is ambitious.
That's like 3 hours a day.
Yeah, I know. I did the math too, right? Yeah. It's between 2 and 3 hours a day. And it's like, it's a reasonable amount of time out of your day if you are not naturally outside as part of your day.
Right.
So obviously it doesn't have to be like, you could have one day where you're outside for like 6 hours and that type of thing. But I have a couple of friends who have like talked about doing it or like have vlogged, every so often they'll share about where they are on that journey. I think it's admirable. A good attempt.
We made the national weather news segment this morning because of a snow squall that came through here yesterday, like 50-mile-an-hour winds. And then this big old black cloud that dumped snow and sleet and then was gone. Just really boom, fast moving, lots of wind. It was crazy. Crazy weather yesterday.
Yeah.
So,
well, I don't know what, I wonder what the weather will be in the UK. It's typically cooler, right?
Yes.
Have you?
It's been looking at like 40s, 50s, kind of cloudy most days with like chances of rain. But yeah, I'm taking my raincoat. That's for sure.
Yeah. Well, it was gorgeous and sunny last year. I remember that. So,
oh man, that's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah. So it'll be great. I need to reach out to some of my folks that I've talked to before at Bits to see what treats I need to bring. You may remember that I love the certain treats and candy, and candy seems like the wrong word. Chocolate, I guess. When I'm there,
it's not candy. It's gourmet.
Yeah, gourmet. It's fancy. Gourmet. So that's one of my other favorite things about going over is going to. It sounds really crazy, but going to like a grocery store and seeing what they have, and I always bring that home for the kids, and that's one of my favorite things when I get back is to see what I bought and we try things out.
Well, UK is certainly the right place for that.
Right?
Yeah, I grew up with British candy. I cannot stand the chocolate. I just can't.
It's so different. It is. It is.
Yeah, I brought back, we went to Belize over Christmas and I brought back some cookies for the grandkids. And yes, it's fun to eat those things and see what people eat in different parts of the world and expose yourself to good chocolate.
Yeah, exactly.
It is